Hi everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar, and I'm here with a pick a card reading. So this reading is going to be You versus Them, March 2020. I saw that I did this one for February, and it seemed like it did pretty well, and seemed like it was a popular topic, so we're going to try it again. And so there are 4 different piles, and this is basically going to try to give you some insight on what could happen between you and your romantic interest in the month of March. So, with that being said, 4 piles. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can go ahead and pause the video at this moment if you'd like to concentrate on which pile is drawing you in. And yeah, so also if you want a personal reading with me, those are available. You can get them through Etsy. So I have an Etsy store where I have different readings, and I just actually added a new reading in yesterday. Or it might be the day before yesterday when I post this, and it's a monthly insight reading, so it'll give you a look into your month ahead, a personal look into your month ahead. And then as well, you can always purchase something through my wish list. I have 2 of them. I have a personal one where I put things I personally want, like books and stuff like that, or different things. And then I also have one for channel supplies, like decks and stuff like that. Either way, on any wish list, as long as you buy something, and it doesn't matter, the cost isn't so important, it's mostly the thought that counts for those, I will do a personal reading in return for you. And yeah, so with that being said, go ahead and take a moment, to concentrate. You can pause the video, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 1 with this is the blue calcite, this is your reading. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, so this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. And, these type of readings depend on both you and me. Me intuitively doing the cards, you intuitively picking piles. So keep that in mind as we head forward. So let's see. Oh, I want to say a huge thank you, by the way. These cards came from Darlene, the Lover's Oracle. Thank you so much, Darlene. You're such a sweetheart. I really am loving this, so I'm glad I got to use them finally. So let's see what we've got in terms of our cards. So on your end, we've got the 3 of Pentacles as your thoughts, the 4 of Wands as your feelings, and your actions, the 2 of Cups. Wow, okay. And then for your person's, you see, I just flung that away. For your person's thoughts, we have the 9 of Cups. For the feelings, the Fool. And for the actions, the 8 of Wands. Really interesting. And then we got the Sacred Union card. So honestly, like, kind of looking good. Although we have 2 cards, the Temple Path and the Garden Gate, and they're in reverse. So we'll look into those. And then for your Lover's Oracle card, we have, well, it's a beautiful tree. And it says, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So let's see. So in your feelings, we have, as I said, the 3 of Pentacles. I mean, in your thoughts, sorry, the 3 of Pentacles. It seems like you are working on something. Maybe you've been putting a lot of work and effort into this relationship or into this connection. There could be a lot of thought that you've been, a lot of thought and effort going into this connection. You might be thinking a lot about how to approach this person, if you should approach this person, or how you could broach a certain topic. If you're already kind of in a relationship, maybe you've been wondering about how could you fix your issues? How could you fix the problems that currently stand between you? How could you broach a subject? I always, when I see this manga tarot card, the 3 of Pentacles from this deck, I always notice that, hold on, focus, there we go. I always notice that he's kind of like looking and kind of observing, and I always think of that when I get this card. So it makes me think that you perhaps have been observing your person, thinking about how to approach some kind of topic or work together in some way. In terms of your feelings, you feel stable with this person in some way, or you desire to feel stable, okay? This could be that your feelings are desiring this. It doesn't have to be. So for different types of people, different types of situations, it's like you want a happy ending. You want stability. You want fun times. And you feel like, that's what they could offer you in some way. Maybe you feel like they could offer you a lot of happiness, or your feelings are also very stable for them. Passionately stable or stably passionate as in terms of that. for some of you, it's like they have wedding dresses on here. It can talk about celebrations too. So you may be feeling like you want to invite them out somewhere. Maybe some of you, for very few of you, you could be wanting to invite them to a wedding with you as a date, and you're kind of wondering if you should do that. Or, you know, something along those along those lines. There we go. So that's what I'm seeing in your thoughts and your feelings. In your actions, we have the Two of Cups. So it seems like your actions towards this person in the month of March will be very loving, very connected. And it seems as if it's mutual. Because, well, we have the Eight of Wands down there as their action. So I do see that they're coming in strong. If some of you have been apart, you might see each other in the month of March. Just feeling led to say that. If that's not true, that's, not for you. But I definitely see a connection coming in. And maybe that's what some of you have been working on, meeting up with this person or getting closer to them. I feel like in your action, that's what you'll be trying to do. At least you'll be trying to get closer to them, make an emotional connection for sure. Your person. Let's look at them. We have the Nine of Cups as their thoughts. So they're thinking that, you are a wish come true in some way. You bring a lot of happiness to them. They may have feelings of like, oh, I finally found the one. This is someone that really hits all the marks of what I've been wishing for in somebody. And so, by the way, with this connection here, though, back here with the action, it may, if you guys are far apart, it may just be that you are having far apart communication. So it could be just like connecting more. It's just more about connection. So it doesn't have to be physically present. It could just be also, but for some of you, there may be some of you that are planning to meet up in the month of March or go out physically as well. I'm just saying that there could be different situations here. Because it does talk about emotional connection. Okay, so in their feelings, we have the Fool. So it does seem like they want to kind of jump off the cliff and make some kind of new beginning with you, is what I'm seeing here. In terms of their feelings, they want to, make a foolish move perhaps, or, do something a little bit risky and daring. For very few of you, and this is only where it applies, so don't get too excited about this, you may get a proposal this month from this person, or they may propose something that's like a step up in your relationship. For instance, going steady, or that sounds so old-fashioned, or moving in together, or making it more of a partnership, something that will make it more. In their actions, I do see a lot of passion. They're going to be communicating a lot with you, I feel like, in the month of March. Or if they haven't been communicating with you and you haven't been communicating with this person, I feel like you're going to get some quick communication. It's going to come in pretty quick, and it might re-jumpstart a relationship between the two of you. If there's been any kind of like lags in communication or stuff like that. And we have that manifesting miracle. So it says your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. It does seem here like I'm feeling on your end and on their end is that something about this relationship is a dream come true, and it feels like there is going to be some kind of miracle or special thing that happens between the two of you in March. We also have, like I said, that sacred union, the partnership and romance card, and it was in the upright, so that's great. It does indicate that there could be a partnership that grows between the two of you. So if this is like a crush or somebody you haven't quite made it official with, there could definitely be some partnership. Or some of you may already be kind of in a partnership with this person, and there's just some extra romance as well. Now, I want to look here at these cards. Oh my god. Wow, I almost just dumped everything. Okay, there we go. So we have the temple path and the garden and the gate. So let's look and see what the reversed meanings are. I know that the temple path talks about spiritual purpose and support. But in the reverse, it says, receiving this card reversed is a sign that you may have fallen off your path. You could be too focused on worldly possessions and material gain, or you may simply be maintaining old unhealthy habits of fear, limitation, worry, or doubt. That could be where some of this, like Three of Pentacles comes in, where you're doubting something in the connection. Whatever is distracting you, receiving this card reversed is a firm message that it's time to make your spiritual life and evolution a much higher priority. Not doing so represents an important loss of power, so clear your mind, meditate, and open up to the presence of spirit. Whatever else you may have going on, consider this an important part of your personal and tactical plans. Remember I was talking about planning. Like, it seems like you're thinking about how to approach this situation. And the support and inspiration of all eternity and countless loving spirits are available to you. Not turning to them is like cursing the dark when you refuse to turn on the lights. Right? So it seems like you do have a lot of spiritual support in this connection. And yeah, you may be falling back on old habits and fears. And that's kind of what I feel. Because your person doesn't seem to have many fears about this connection. It seems to be, and the Three of Pentacles isn't even about fears. But this particular card in this particular spread is evoking emotions in me that you're being a little bit maybe withdrawn or scared in some way. And it's kind of telling us that it's unnecessary. Now, the Garden and the Gate in reverse. So the Garden of Gate talks about abundant prosperity and staying safe. What the heck is that? Wow. Oh my goodness, sorry about the noise. I think someone's getting propane. Okay, if this card is reversed, it indicates a happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. I got this card actually in a personal reading. I had a personal reading with the Pisces twins. I love them, Amy and Ciara. And I actually got this card in mine. Funny. But you realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. So maybe there's some monetary problems coming between the two of you too, with that Three of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to make something work financially for some of you. And this message could be, but what I am seeing is that you do have opportunities with this person in the month of March is what I'm seeing. So any blocks that were there previously, it seems like maybe they'll, in the month of March, they'll be more like personal rather than like financially or those type of obstacles. But yeah, it does seem like there's some abundance. I'm thinking I might take some charms because I mean, we need an excuse to use charms, right? And I have some new ones. So let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got Cancer coming out. A heart, so definitely some love there. An owl, so wisdom and being careful. I always think of owls as kind of like stalkers of the trees. They like look at things with their big eyes. Live your dream. And look at it, it says your dream is soon to become reality, and it says live your dream. And then here it says, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world by Marilyn Monroe. Let's get up in here closer. Oh, and then we got Sally. Maybe some of you like Sally, or you have some attributes that she does. I need to rewatch this. I actually got them because I was like, oh, I want to include more like cartoony characters in it, and I got these, but actually I haven't watched this in forever. I had a friend that passed away actually, and he was like my best friend. It was his favorite movie, and I haven't ever watched it since we watched it. So it's been a while since I've seen it. We have Always and a kitty cat. So maybe you're being a little bit sneaky. Maybe you're being a little bit hard to get. Maybe there's some, or maybe you have a kitty cat. And the starfish. Well, yeah, I still haven't figured out my meaning for that. Actually, some people gave me some suggestions and they flew out of my mind, so. But I do see Cancer here, so maybe there's some Cancer energy, but really what Cancer can also represent is the 4th house. In our chart, it also can represent home and family and having that type of connection. So for some of you, it's like there might be a proposal to become more of a family in some way or more closer as well. That could be what it indicates. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose pile number 1. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I'd love to get a like and a comment just to let me know. you know, and like I said in the intro, and maybe you didn't hear it because I always skip past the intro, so I'm not gonna blame you if you did too. But if you want to get a personal reading with me, I have an Etsy store, and also I have 2 Amazon wish lists in the description box. Buying anything off my Amazon wish list, like gifting me anything from there, results in you getting a reading. Just make sure to leave your email in the gift note, and I will do a reading for you in return. The cost isn't so important to me. It's just a thought that counts. But yeah, there are also just certain readings in my Etsy store, like set prices and stuff like that. And as well with Etsy, I just added in a monthly insight. So if you're interested in what's coming up for you in March, you can get a personal look at your March with me. I have a reading for that. So with that being said, take care, guys, and I will see you all in the next reading, and have a wonderful March. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 2 with this bornite stone, or peacock's ore as it's also called, this is your reading. So let's see what's going on between you and your person in the month of March. I want to point out though, as I put out the cards here, is that this is a general reading. So not every message may be for you, and that's just the way it goes. And so try to take what resonates. If it doesn't fit, then you can maybe choose another pile, or just find a different reader that you're more on an energetic level with, maybe. But yeah. So let's see what we've got. We've got the Sun Dancers in reverse, Angel of Strength in reverse, and Appreciation in reverse. And then we have, I want to say a huge thank you to Darlene. Darlene got the Lover's Oracle for the channel. I'm so excited. Thank you, Darlene. You're so sweet. And I'm excited to use them for the first time. So let's see what your Lover's Oracle card is. Isn't that a beautiful image? I think it's really pretty. We have balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So, with that being said, it's interesting because I feel like there has been... It almost feels like on your end, there feels like there's an imbalance and your person doesn't feel the same. That's one of the first things I see looking at this. It seems like on your end, okay, so we have your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. In your thoughts, we have the 5 of Pentacles, which means that you feel like there's like an unattainable goal in this relationship, an unattainable aspect to this relationship. You see, she's like kind of like, she has the key to the door, she's not opening it, and she's just sitting and mourning or feeling sad, or maybe like she feels like it's too big for her to pick up. I'm not sure, but either way, she's not really taking any action. She's kind of wallowing, and there may be parts of you that feel like this relationship is unsavable in some way. And of course it's going to resonate differently with everybody, because everybody's a different type of relationship watching these videos. So some of you could be married, some of you could be just a crush, but either way, it looks like your thoughts are, this is impossible, this is too hard, I can't do this, this person kind of like shut me out. You may feel like that for some of you. You may feel like that, even though it doesn't seem like on your person's side they necessarily feel that way, but we'll see. You could feel unappreciated as well by this person. So in your feelings, it does look like you are a bit protective of yourself with the 4 of Pentacles. With the 4 of Pentacles, she's clutching her purse. She's clutching her wealth. And the Pentacles don't only talk about money. It can talk about our health, our physical being, and tangible things and items. And it does seem like, you're protecting yourself in some way from this relationship. You're trying to protect your feelings. You might be keeping your feelings inside as well, trying to hoard them and sit on them and not really share them very much, okay? And then we have your actions, the Queen of Cups. The one thing about the Queen of Cups that I notice here is that she seems so receptive. It seems so spiritual. It seems like in terms of your action, you may even be more self-focused in the month of March. Focused on yourself, focused on your spirituality, focusing on what makes you happy. And it could just be because you realize in your thoughts that this relationship somehow doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't help you. And maybe you're finally getting sick of it and thinking, you know what, I need to do me. I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on what makes me emotionally happy, because obviously, my behavior or my feelings that I've had, the thoughts and feelings I've been having are not feeling that healthy for me. And I haven't been feeling myself. Now, your person, on the other hand, in their thoughts, you are a very strong person. They feel a strong bond with you with the Strength card. They have a lot of patience. And I always notice the infinity sign in the Strength card. It's always there somewhere, hidden here. I feel like they do see that, think of you as being someone that completes them. One of you might be, this song always reminds me of Beauty and the Beast by Stevie Nicks. This particular card from this particular deck. So maybe that song's relevant. It's a very unpopular, I don't think it's a very popular song of hers. But maybe some of you could resonate with that song. So go check it out and tell me if you do. It just comes to my mind. Who is the beauty? Who is the beast? There could be some aspect to this relationship that falls in line with this Beauty and the Beast type of thing, where one of you is gentle and the other one's a bit rough, or vice versa. Maybe you guys never match up on that. One of you's being gentle, the other one's being rough. You know what I mean? Like there could be like a mirror, or a merry-go-round. I guess you could say like a with this type of thing. For some of you, maybe that's not the case, but I definitely do see them thinking of you as being very strong. Maybe you finally kind of blocked yourself off in some way, and they're like, dang, she's actually tougher than she looked. Or he is tougher than he looks. Okay? It doesn't have to be a she. The card has a girl in it, so. With the feelings, we have the World. So they are feeling like you complete them in some way, that you are part of an end goal for them, I feel like. That you're kind of like the ultimate goal. But then for some of you, now if this is a relationship that has kind of run its course, and they may realize that it's over, that it reached its completion, and they're like, man, they're finally done with me. Like, I can't do anything about this. Like, it's done. And so it depends on kind of where you're at in your relationship in terms of this reading. But for some of you, like I said, they're going to be looking at you like you're that epitome of what they want, of what their goal is, what they desire in the future, and what they're working towards. Or you might complete them in some way, make them feel whole. But for those of you that have had a rocky relationship, and I feel like many of you have in this particular pile, but it might be that they've kind of realized that maybe they're not going to get their way. Because in their actions, we have the Six of Cups, which talks about nostalgia. So to me, it may be in March. I don't even know how much contact you guys are going to have with each other in the month of March. Because to me, both of these cards in particular, and that was the vibe I picked up from this, but with Six of Cups in particular in this reading, I really feel like this person or your person is going to be reflecting a lot on the times you've had and what you've been through. Like, it's going to be a very like mentally and emotionally charged month for them, but more internally rather than sharing it. There could be a chance, though, if you guys are in good terms, that you are sharing feelings, okay? There could be some actions of sharing feelings, sharing stories, getting to know each other better for some of you too. So if you don't resonate with we've had kind of a rocky relationship and stuff like that, then that could be the case, is that you guys are just opening up more to each other as well. Okay, now we're going to go into this, which is interesting because we have Strength here and we have Angel of Strength in reverse. So I really want to look at that one first and see what it says. So we've got Personal Power and Inner Strength reversed. This card reversed indicates that you are not perceiving the truth of your own power. Perhaps you're even seeing yourself as weak or ineffectual. The situation you find yourself in may seem overwhelming, but you absolutely do have the strength to see it through to a successful outcome. Don't fall into any old patterns of giving your power away. When you let others define you or make decisions on your behalf, you take yourself out of the picture of your own destiny creation. Meditate on the brilliant, vibrating light of this angel and recall the eternal power that surges through your life. It's time to take back control. The affirmation here is, deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. I feel like this is a message for you. For those of you that have been in kind of nasty relationships with this person and it hasn't been very healthy, I really feel like what it's telling you is to remain strong. They're seeing you as strong and you should remain so. Because maybe it's not the right time to let this person back in at this moment. And I feel like those of you where that resonates, you're going to know it. If it doesn't fit with you, you're like, okay, no, just don't listen to that part. Okay, then we have appreciation in reverse, which is choosing gratitude. The appreciation card reversed is a warning that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in a prickly brambles of negativity, and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. Your refusal to appreciate even the small pleasures will cause them to drop from your hands and keep you stuck in some of your problem patterns, causing you to lament your lack even more. Let go of this negative focus and spend some time every day acknowledging that you have what you have to be grateful for. Remember, the more you appreciate your life, the more your life will appreciate your value. That's interesting. I always keep it gratitude. I have like a little notebook right here that my student gave me, actually. And I do my like manifestations and my gratitude list in here, and there's my 2-leaf reading that I did for myself last year. Pretty on point with what happened with me, but yeah, so it's always good to have a gratitude journal. Now let's look, but yeah, okay, for some of you, especially for those of you that have been in a relationship in which, okay, maybe you're not connecting to this person because you've had previous heartaches. For those of you in those type of situations, this person does see you as very strong, but they also see you as someone very gentle as well. And it may be that they really want to open up with you. And maybe you've been holding yourself back because you're scared. And there could be, an urge here from Spirit for you to kind of balance yourself out and start appreciating maybe the connection more. For those of you where it is a healthy connection and there's nothing wrong with it. We also have, okay, the Sun Dancers in reverse, which I'm going to grab the guidebook because I forgot what it is in the challenge position. Oh wait, that's not the right guidebook. Let me see. Where did I put it? Oh no, where did I stick that? No. No. What the heck? I actually moved them. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably over there. No. Yes, there it is. Okay, sorry. I was trying to clear off my desk isn't that big, and so I was trying to clear it off before I did this reading, because normally when I do like personal readings, I have like all my decks out kind of, because I grab what I feel like taking, what I feel drawn to take. So the Sun Dancers in challenge position. So joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Beware of losing yourself in your dreams or of the future when the Sun Dancers come to challenge you. Their message is sweet and simple. Stop what you're doing and go have some fun. Celebrate what is and don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now. Just be, just for today. You will find your answers, but only after you've made time to play. Tomorrow, after all, is another day, and the sun will rise again to shed its warmth and light on all your needs, on all that needs clarity. You can count on it. So it is telling me to kind of relax. And I see that maybe I see that you're definitely not relaxed somehow in this connection. So wherever you're at in this connection, whether, this is a crush or a relationship or an ex, I see that, you're so held back and finding it hard to feel lighthearted, I think. And what I'm seeing is that there is an urgency here for you to be more open. Even if it's just with yourself and making your own self happy. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be with this person. It depends on what your relationship is with them. But there is a need for balance. And it says a relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So I do see that that's important for you. So let's see. We're going to get some charms here. And because why not? I don't want to use them. And we'll see what comes up for you. Okay. Let's see what you got. Oh, we got Aries, Sagittarius, no matter where, made with love. If some of you have a child with this person, this could just be a signal for you. Charms, I think, are very individual messages here. This is where you start to find individual messages for you. And so for some of you, made with love, maybe you're having to remember what you've done in love together before. And it maybe not children, but maybe a home or, you know, something like that. We have peace. And so there is a need to be peaceful in this relationship. And maybe there will be more peace coming in March. So, like, and that's what I'm seeing kind of here, is I see an evolution here in terms of your feelings. And so I do feel like you're going to become more peaceful and free here with the horse. There's a horse, which reminds me of freedom. And it says, no matter where. And then we have as well, don't look back, that's not where you're going. So try not to focus too much on the past is what I feel like it's saying to you. At what's happened to you previously, whether it was in this relationship or other relationships. And then we have, you know, the flowery sun, which reminds me of happier times. I do feel like eventually you guys can actually have a good connection if you take the right actions towards each other. You know what I mean? So I do think that there's a possibility to reconnect in some way, in a happy way. But I feel like it's going to be kind of a choice, especially on your end, is what I feel like. A choice on your end more than theirs. And then, yeah, Aries and Sagittarius. But Aries talks about being courageous, and Sagittarius talks about optimism. So yeah, these signs could be relevant in your chart or not. For some of you, when it says no matter where and Sagittarius, it makes me think that some of you might have distance relationships, long distance, or you spend a lot of time apart. So that might be one of the obstacles in your relationship and where you lack balance, because maybe it's hard for you guys to connect because you're so far apart at the moment. So with that being said, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it resonates with you. If it does, let me know by leaving me a comment. That'd be great. If you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful too. And if you want a personal reading with me, I have an Etsy shop, so you can purchase a reading on there. I just actually added a monthly insight reading, so if you want a personal look at your March, you can buy that. And then as well, I have 2 wish lists. So I have a channel wish list with channel supplies, and then I have a wish list with my own personal desires. And buying anything off those lists will get you a reading with me. Just be sure to leave your email or your Instagram so I can get a hold of you. And yeah, the cost isn't so important on that. It's just more the thought that counts. So it's just an option for some people. So with that being said, take care, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful March, and sending you lots of love. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so for those of you that have chosen pile number 3 with this apatite stone, this is your reading. And let's see. So this is a general reading, guys. Remember that as we're looking at the cards. I'm going to try to... Some of you might be in long-term marriages. Some of you might be in short-term relationships, long-term relationships, crushes. You know what I mean? There are different aspects here. So try to keep that in mind as you listen to this. And if it doesn't resonate, you know, you can always find another reader or pick a different pile. But yeah, so let's see what we've got here. Oh, and I want to say a huge thank you, first of all, to Darlene. Thank you, Darlene. She got the Lover's Oracle off the wish list. I'm so excited. I love it. I'm really loving these cards. I just got them yesterday, so they've got some beautiful imagery. They remind me, well, I guess they're from Blue Angel, so they remind me, a lot of the art is recycled, but still some beautiful messages here. So we'll get into those. And let's look at your feelings versus your thoughts, feelings, and actions in the month of March versus your person's. I've got a lot of, get some interesting dynamics here. And remember, I don't know, maybe the energies can be reversed. I hear that sometimes. It's like, oh, it seems like it's the opposite. So maybe that's the case. But we've got the River Queen, Angel of Love, and the World. So let's see what's going on with you and your person. So we have in your thoughts the Ace of Pentacles. You may be thinking about a new beginning with this person, or starting something. One of the first things I got from this card when I looked at it, or what I felt to say, and this is when I was shuffling, was that you may wish to ask this person out on a date, or ask them out, or make a move. for some of you where that's relevant. Or you might be thinking of getting them a gift or offering them something, and maybe you're not sure whether to do it, because I see in your feelings we have the Four Swords. The Four Swords is about rest and rejuvenation. So your feelings, like it's like you're resting from this connection, and I see reflection. And so what makes me think, it says, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So I feel like many of you guys might be in separation in the month of March, and this could be about you reflecting on whether or not you want to give it another go, or you want to try again, or whatever resonates there. But I do see, in your feelings, it's more about resting. So I feel like in the month of March, you're gonna almost even be trying not to focus on this person anymore. And I especially felt that with the River Queen. It says flow, letting go, and natural movement. Kind of letting things just go the way that they are, and reflecting on what has been as well. Not trying to push. I don't feel on your end that you're going to be pushing this relationship at all forward in any way. It's going to be more about yourself. We have the Queen of Swords, so you might be thinking quite critically about this. And this is in terms of action. You could communicate with this person, but if you do communicate, I feel like it's going to be quite cold and short. It's not going to be anything in depth, or it's not like you're going to be very loving towards this person. Not that you don't love them or you don't have feelings, but I feel like your actions would be more careful and perhaps again withdrawn, especially next to that Four of Swords. I feel like you're going to be more to yourself in the month of March, in terms of your actions towards this person. Now, your person's thoughts are the Queen of Wands, so they are thinking of you as being very beautiful and passionate, and just seeing you as a very fun person to be around in general. They might miss the warmth that you provided to them. They might be thinking a lot about you, if you're represented by this Queen of Wands. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have fire in your chart strong or anything like that. It's just their perception of you as somebody who's maybe a bit fiery and passionate, a bit outgoing at times, or at least was outgoing with them. Can be a bit bossy at times. They're just thinking about you, I feel like, quite a bit. And in their feelings with the Knight of Wands, I feel like they're thinking about how they could come back in or talk to you. As you see, this Knight of Wands is kind of, approaching, like looking at this dragon from far away. And there's a dragon here as well. So it reminds me of, like, maybe they're afraid that you'll be upset with them because of something that previously has happened. But it does seem like there's some... It's funny because usually with the Knight of Wands, I think of the opposite of apprehension. I think more of active and, like going forward and moving forward. But with this one, I almost feel like there's a sense of almost being ready, but quite still thinking about it, do I really want to take this on? So, but there is a feeling there, I think, of this person wanting to take some kind of action towards you. But it may not come to fruition because we have the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about waiting. It's essentially waiting for the crop to come in, for the work to be done, and those type of things. So I do feel like this person, in terms of their actions, I don't know if you guys will be making that many actions towards each other. It seems like it's more of a wait and see type of energy, especially with that flow, letting go, natural movement of the River Queen. I feel like both of you will kind of be just letting things go, for not letting each other go, but letting things just happen naturally. And we have Angel of Love in the World. So let's go ahead and look at these cards. I'm really loving this deck, actually. I'm sad I didn't actually have it before. I'm really excited that I have it now. Thank you, Amy. Okay, tender connections. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. And I kind of feel like maybe that's what you might be doing a little bit in terms of yourself. Because like I said, I don't feel like there's so much outward emotion going towards this person. So I feel like it's going to be more inward for you in the month of March. You learning to, like, love yourself, reflecting on how this connection's affected you, no matter where the connection's gone in the past. And maybe there is a more focus on resting from this in some way, mentally or emotionally, and focusing on yourself. We also have the World card, so expansion and opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay, above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. So some of you might be focusing, actually, in your thoughts, you might even be focusing more on expanding your life financially as well, by the way. Like, for those of you, when I said maybe some of you are wanting to ask this person out on a date or give them something, I feel like, that can be for some of you, maybe, but you're not, I'm not seeing many actions, so I don't feel like you'd follow through with it. It's just kind of in your thoughts. But for those of you, there are some other ones of you that I feel like are really trying to focus on yourself. So you may be trying to, it could even be on the internet. Maybe you're trying to expand a brand, or you're trying to make a YouTube channel, or, you know what I mean? It could be something like that, or just work in general. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. So yeah, it does seem as if, like, for many of you, it's just kind of like letting this connection go where it must, and where it may, reflecting a bit on it with this reflection card, giving each other maybe some space, and just trying to, like, make your life happen, in some way, working on some of your goals. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm going to take some charms, because I love charms. They're fun. And I got some new ones. Thank you, Ria. So we have some more. And I got some yesterday that I bought as well. So let's see what comes out. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, we got 2 of the charms from yesterday that I got. So I got the guy from Nightmare Before Christmas and his little, like, ghost puppy or whatever that is. I was telling, actually, in pile, I think what these charms came out, and I bought them, but I need to rewatch that cartoon, because actually I haven't watched it. It was actually one of my best friends in childhood. He passed away when I was, like, in my early 20s, but he was his favorite movie, and I haven't watched it since we watched it, so. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, we got the kitty cat again, and the heart. The Eiffel Tower. Some of you might be thinking about traveling with the Eiffel Tower. Going new places, seeing new things, going to landmarks, trying to think about your life in terms of the world. So that could be, there could be a distance between the two of you as well with that world card. And maybe that's why it's kind of at a standstill. Oh, and then we have, oh my God, I'm so excited this came out. We have frustration. There might be some frustration. We have the key here, so maybe you're trying to unlock some knowledge, especially with that Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords, reflecting and trying to unlock parts of your past, or how you got to where you are with this person, or where you're going, trying to unlock the key to, the door to where you want to go. We have a heart, so it does seem like your heart is in this in some way still, and is probably with that person too. But we do have a danger, like the skull and bones, and it kind of reminds me of, like, danger. And so it's like maybe there are just some things about this connection that feel unsafe. Not dangerous as in they're an axe murderer, as in, like, maybe it just seems like too unlikely or too difficult. There's too many difficulties to surmount to get to the place where you want to go with this person, and that could be where the reflection comes in. We also have kind, free, true, peace, brave, strong, happy, thankful, compassionate, and a lot of these, like, positive words. So it does seem like, again, you're focusing on yourself, and there's a lot of self-love needed here in the month of March. And then, of course, we have the 2 Nightmare Before Christmas ones. Yeah, I can't remember their attributes. I know that he really wants to have Christmas in Halloween Town. So, maybe this is just a cartoon that you really enjoy, or maybe it's something that, speaks to you in some way. So let me know what you think. I need to rewatch it, because then I would have much more to say about it. If it would have been I'm trying to get some more Disney ones because I'm better with Disney in terms of those things. I've just been trying to gather those up. And then we have the Hamsa. So it's like some protection here for you. Oops. And that's what I'm seeing in terms of your charms. So let me know how this resonates with you. I'd love to hear about it. And I really wish that all of you have a very wonderful March. And really, I'm encouraging you to focus on yourself and realize your worth and really appreciate yourself and give yourself a lot of self-love. And as well, if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that by going to my Etsy store. And I just added a new monthly insight reading. So if you want to get a look at your March personally, that can be a possibility by going there on my Etsy. Or, you know, I also have 2 wish lists. So I have my Amazon wish list for the channel, and then I have a personal Amazon wish list. So buying anything off of those, like gifting me anything from those wish lists, as long as you give me a way to contact you, and even if you don't, I'll track you down. I'm like the guy from the movie, what is it? I'll track you down. What is it, Liam Neeson? I can't remember that. Taken? Yeah, I'll track you down. Or I'll try my best anyways. I still haven't got a hold of Connie. But, yeah, I will give you something in return, a reading in return. So, and the price isn't such a concern there. It's more about the thought. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, take care. Have a wonderful March, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Hey, if you chose pile number 4 with the Celestite, this is your reading. So let's get that up there. Ooh, beautiful, huh? I like raw stones more than polished ones. Does anyone else feel that way? I just know, I like the rawness of them. I guess, I don't know. It just looks so much more natural to me. But anyways, guys, let's see. So this is going to be a general reading, guys. I mean, there are a lot of different people watching, so please keep that in mind. Different people here will be in different aspects of relationship, so try to keep, yeah, like I said, keep it in mind. Okay, let's see. Oh, I remember this. Okay. Yeah, you guys have a little bit of extra cards here. Yeah. So more energies, I guess, going on. Okay, and then I want to say a big thank you to Darlene. She got me the Lovers Oracle cards here. And I'm so excited because they're really gorgeous cards. And they have really interesting messages on them. So we have freedom. And then here we have the wait, hold on. These were all in reverse, I remember that. Okay, sorry. The Dragon's Duel. The Queen of Light. Victory and action. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's see. We're going to start with you at the top. So these are your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. And their thoughts, their feelings, and their actions. So you guys got each 2 cards for action. And, okay. So on your end, we have the Nine of Cups in terms of your thoughts. I do think, you know, that most of you think of this person as a form of wish fulfillment. You feel like you may deserve this person. That you really want this to work out. You're thinking about how to make it work out, how to make it come to some culmination, like to come together. But I see in your feelings with the Nine of Wands that you're feeling quite tired and weighed down by this already. It seems like you've already put so much effort and work into this relationship or into this person, and it just hasn't really yielded the results that you've wanted. And I kind of get that with the victory reverse. I feel like there hasn't been a victory yet. It just feels like a bunch of hard work more than anything. And for some of you, I feel like in the month, I feel like I'm getting a lot of energy here, especially for you guys that are watching more than your person, where a lot of you guys in the month of March, and I've been getting it in personal readings too, are kind of sick of the connection in some way, or just getting tired in some way, or weighed down. There's just some kind of blockages going on, where maybe you're thinking about, you know, starting something different, looking for new prospects, or like, you know, and not even necessarily new prospects as in like a new person. We have freedom here, so there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And that's what I'm seeing here, really reflected in this Three of Wands. You know, that she's standing out on the shore and like looking out at the options. And I feel like that's kind of going to be one of your actions, is kind of looking and waiting for things to happen. And we have Five of Cups, which talks about grief and sorrow, and, you know, focusing on that. So I feel like in your actions, you may be just kind of bummed about the connection. You're not feeling great about it. in some way. And maybe for some of you where this resonates, you might be thinking about moving on with the freedom, or there could be some obstacles between you, okay? This is another option, okay? So if you haven't had any problems in your connection, it may just seem like there are a lot of obstacles and you don't have the freedom to really make this happen right now, and it's so frustrating to you. Because for some of you, there could be a distance here, or something else that comes between the two of you, in which, there are just obstacles in the way. And you may be mourning those obstacles and kind of focusing more on them than on the positives. So, yeah, it depends on how that resonates for you guys, okay? Because this is, like I said, a general reading. In terms of your person, we have the High Priestess and their thoughts. So, that's kind of funny. Because it really talks about... they could be more connected to their spirituality in the month of March. But there also could be an aspect of them that is very hidden. And it's like they don't even want us to know their thoughts with the High Priestess. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. My dog's going nuts right now, sorry. Wow. Good timing, my little doggy. Yeah, it seems like there's something in their thoughts that's, could be hidden. Maybe they're not even sure what they think. They're trying to gain higher perspective, higher knowledge here about this connection. But in terms of their feelings, we have the Knight of Cups. So it seems like they want to make some kind of romantic gesture towards you. They are wanting to connect with you in some way. They want to offer you something. So I do feel like that's a positive sign. And I saw this, like the Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. So they may be wanting to, there could be some illumination that comes to them through in their thoughts that affect their feelings. You know what I mean? They could have some revelations about the connection, and it just warms their heart in some way, and they want to offer something. But we also have the Dragon's Duel, which talks about inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice, which, let's go ahead and look that up. I'm sorry about my dog. He's too excited. Let's see the challenge. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents a tension of opposites. Even though the truth is what we live in unity, is that we live in unity. We experience a duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experiences asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call to you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you chose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and the duel will be won in your favor. And that is perhaps why this is coming up in the actions, and why we have two different action cards, because both of you are feeding one of the dragons. And it's kind of in March is where you're going to have to decide which dragon you feed. Are you going to feed the one that's ready to kind of set sail on something to make some action, or are you going to feed the one that lives in sadness and regret? Or, you know what I mean, focused on the situation. And then same with your person. We have Page of Cups and the Hermit. We have, someone offering their emotions in a very innocent way. And then we have someone who's locking themselves up. And I see it's like a dual energy almost here. So I feel like that's going to be kind of the dynamic between the two of you. And we have action and victory in reverse. Wow, my dog is crazy. I'm sorry. He really gets worked up when somebody comes. And I think somebody came home. And so he's just really being a watchdog. So we've got victory in reverse. The victory card reversed signals a delay or reversal in a hoped-for outcome, whether it's in personal change or external achievement. Success may have been eluding you for some time, but don't despair. You may need to restructure things, reevaluate, or release one specific outcome, and set your sights on another. Whatever's going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. Yes. And I feel like that's what's affecting your outcome, because things may not be going the way you want in this relationship in some way, perhaps for the both of you. I think that there are definitely some challenges here in this relationship that are really overwhelming. And yeah, it will be kind of bothersome for you in March, but it's going to be about what you feed, which dragon you feed. So, reversed action. Action is the accelerant that ignites your desires, but when this card is reversed, you may find that something is missing in your determination or your follow through. Perhaps you've been engaging in more wishful thinking than any consistent effort, or perhaps you need to make some adjustments in what you're paying attention to. Create a structured plan, then make sure you take daily action. This will move you closer to your goals. Be flexible yet persistent, and ever conscious of your ability to act on your own behalf. Yeah, and look at the affirmation. It says, I am responsible for my own life. I take action towards my goals and my own happiness every day. So, yeah, it does seem like there is a need for you to kind of figure out what action you want to take in this relationship and, feed that feeling more in terms of what you want to happen. We're going to take some charms now. Wow, there's all kinds of content going on at first. Okay, we got a kitty cat, a feather. Feathers always remind me of freedom or signs. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That is wild. Okay, we got 2. I didn't even know I had 2 of these in here because usually I take out my duplicates. 2 horses, like unicorns, and we have freedom. And horses, well, these are unicorns, but horses always remind me of freedom, being free, running free. And so we have 2 people that really want to break free in some way, is what I feel like. We have Capricorn and Gemini popping up, so earth and air. We have ambitious and intelligent. So it might be, again, about feeling like a duality here with the Gemini. Duality. And what's practical and what you want to happen. We also have a kitty cat, so that could be something. You may have cats, or maybe you like cats. And then we have a bicycle, which talks about, I don't know, I always think of a bicycle as kind of challenging because you got to like push the pedals and you may get really tired. So it's there could be something about this connection that feels quite tired. But there's still like a longing here. I see the kitty like looking at the stars, and it reminds me of like making wishes or hoping for something. It could be that there's distance between the 2 of you as well. And then feather. That also reminds me kind of flying, of freedom. Of change. It also reminds me of like synchronicities and signs. Oftentimes people see feathers as signs. So that's what I'm seeing for you that chose pile number 4. I hope that this resonates with you. If you liked the reading, I'd love to get a thumbs up and hear from you in the comments that you picked it, so I can give your comment a heart. And if you want a personal reading with me, that's possible through my Etsy. I just actually added a monthly reading, so a monthly insight reading. So if you want to get your own personal look at your March ahead of you, you can purchase a reading there for that. Or you guys, there's also my wish list. I have 2 Amazon wish lists. I have one for the channel and one that's personal. And if you buy anything off of those and you make sure to leave your email or a way to contact you like Instagram, I will do a reading for you as a thank you. So with the wish list, prices aren't so important as much as the thought. It's just, I find it very thoughtful when somebody gets me something off there, and it makes me happy, and I like getting gifts. And so for me, I always do something, even if it's a few dollars. So with that being said, those are the ways to get a reading with me, and I really wish you all the very best March. I'm wishing you a lot of happiness, and best of luck with your connection. Okay, take care, guys.